Hello and welcome. Welcome everyone. Appreciate the like, appreciate the thumbs up that let me know everyone's here. The notification has went out. We got breaking news, breaking information. I'm out here in the hot sun, of course. It's October the 6th, 2019. And we are live. Sterling, good Sunday. Shalom. Reporting for duty. All right. So this is Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt reporting for duty. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt reporting for duty. Corporal Bennett, Beyond Babbitt Army Rebellion 1776. All right. What's up, brother? Myra Dillahunty, how you doing? Mandy L, shalom. Welcome. Guys, we got some information. It's a full onslaught. It's the Blitz. We're going up against the Blitz. Let's go ahead and get started. I got home and watched the video that I did yesterday evening telling about Nikki A. How you doing? Shalom. Welcome to the show. Talking about the young man, 28 years old, who's lost his life. Curtis Carpenter. Hello from Maryland. You're welcome, brother. Bless you, man. Shalom. Welcome to the show. The guy who testified against the ex-cop lost his life Friday night. We talked about that. Well, I talked about it. I went back and watched the video. Half the video, they cut the words out. They skipped a lot of information. Then the rest of it, they speeded up real fast. I'm like, man, but I left the link. So a lot of the information got out. Anyway, he was shot 5 times. Once in the mouth, shot in the heart, and some other places. No witnesses, no suspects, no known enemies in an area of town. Cedar Springs area. Nobody ever gets shot in Cedar Springs. When I was growing up, we used to call that North Dallas. Now it's called Uptown. Real rich area. Rich. When I say rich, yeah, they have hotels that I wouldn't pay to stay in there one night. Talking about $300 a night? No. Whoa, more. Way more. Yeah, you got people jogging all times of the night, 24 hours a day, jogging with the dogs and everything. This is that area. This guy was shot dead over there. No gangs over there. No Crips and Bloods and GDs and stuff over there. No, not over there. So, doesn't smell right to me. Okay? And then, last week I missed this. Eric Holder. What you call Shitty Cuz. The guy who they say shot Nipsey Hussle. He was found in his cell. Beat half to death. Well, they didn't say beat to half to death. They said half dead. He was almost dead, so he may die. He knows too much. Okay? So then, that's not what I want to talk about right now. I'm trying to get the sun right, because I can't see nothing. Can y'all see me? God, dog, boy, this sun is bright. I can't see nothing. Anyway. Okay, so what's happening is the Federal Reserve, we talked about this, is pumping cash at the tune of all right, thank you, Myra. All right, Nikki, good, y'all can see me. Because my screen, I can't see myself. I'm just seeing a glare, and I can see some words every now and then come up. But the Fed is pumping, what was it, 75? 85, either 75 or 85 billion dollars per day into the stock market to prop it up until October the 10th. 10, 10, 19. 1 and 9 equals 10. So in other words, 10, 10, 10. Okay. We got some other stuff going down, guys. Other stuff. They're saying be on alert until 10, 19, 19. Which is also 10, 10, 10, right? Because 1 and 9 is 10. 10, 10, 10. They're telling us something. We appreciate that, Nikki A. and Myra. All right. So they're saying something is supposed to happen. Now, in between that time, 10, 10 and 10, 19 is Columbus Day. Columbus Day. I don't know what people think about Columbus Day, but this was basically the invasion. They say the discovery, but the invasion of the New World. This is an anniversary. Columbus Day. So Trump is, we already talked about, activated the reserves, right? The reserves. He's saying that there's an attempted coup. We're hearing that the blue helmets, UN, are on our soil, mainly in California, but spread out. There's troop movement all across the country. Recently heard that Hong Kong has run out of money, cash. No cash in Hong Kong, out of cash. India, 900,000 bank depositors don't have access to the money. They said they found 20,000 fraud accounts. They shut everybody out. Hello, Nose Little One. Hello, Kevin Scott. Shalom, shalom. Hong Kong is out of cash. People in India can't use their bank account, can't get to their cash. And they're saying Antifa has plans on, William Mount reported there's been at least 2 military bases. What's up, Cage? Shalom, shalom, welcome to the show. At least 2 military bases inside the U.S. that were attacked. Why isn't this on the news? And they're saying they were attacked by Antifa. He's saying that one of the alphabet organizations is in control. Hola, all right, shalom. All right, that's a nice mixture. But hello, Tribulation X. And so 2 military bases, this is what he's reporting, 2 military bases were attacked in the United States by Antifa, who is ran by one of the alphabet gangs. It's a full onslaught, full blitz for anybody who knows anything. What's up, G-Dog? Shalom, man. Welcome to the show. And so they're saying California, there's a Cali exit going on. California. This is Dave Hodges reported this, had pictures and everything. And they're just like New York and California, they both have signed on with Mexico and the UN. Whenever they start buffering, you know that's the truth. So they're saying that, guys, it's like 90-something out here today. So the hate speech thing, you can't say illegal immigrants, call anyone an illegal immigrant. According to the UN Migratory Pact Treaty, California and New York have signed on, made it laws, state laws, and there's a fine and jail time involved. And there was something else going on. But between these dates, it says I'm live here. Bear with me, guys. It says I'm live. Let me fix this thing. They say the phone got too hot. All right, let's put this back on here. Okay. Am I back? Y'all still with me? All right, appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for standing by. Standing in the sun. Believe it or not, I haven't even been out here 10 minutes. I come out, the air conditioning. Yeah, my phone turned off. This time I believe it was the phone. It said I was standing in the sun. All right, good deal. Standing in the sun, and this thing it showed a temperature saying got too hot and turned off. But they let me back on. The last time they did this to me, they wouldn't let me back on the stream. But I just come out from air conditioning out here. I haven't been out here 10 minutes. Standing in the sun, and they whoop. Let's let you know how hot it is out here. But they're saying we're going to be in the highs of 70s next week. I'm like, man, I believe that when I see it. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank y'all for sticking by. Now, where was I? Oh, okay, so I'm in the shade a little bit. Let's see the clouds back there. Real clouds. Real ones. Okay, so the reserves have been called up. There's a soft coup taking over. There's another whistleblower that came forth on Trump. First whistleblower works for the clowns in America. He's a Democrat, and they said he was a plant from the last administration. Now there's another one that comes up. Pretty sure it's a Democrat. Probably worked for another alphabet organization. The military is on high alert. Yesterday I was talking about, what? Oh, okay. We still here? Okay. So, talking about they may try to, the president, and bring in the blue helmets to restore peace. There was a law, this got exposed. There was a law that was signed in 2016. I don't know if it was a law or an executive order. Okay, Nikki A, appreciate it. 2016 by President O before he left, that the UN gave them the right. It didn't just say US, it said any country. If there's civil unrest, the UN can come in and said something like recreate the country in their image, in their own image. In other words, they can come in and usurp authority and do away with the country's laws in order to restore peace. They can turn us into a communist country. They can turn us into an NWO country. They can turn us into whatever. And President O signed it. It's a law right now. So if something happens to Trump, the blue helmets are already here. They'll do a curfew like they did in Iraq just a day ago. And other places. I don't know if y'all know this, but there are riots all over the world right now. Not just in France and Iraq and Syria and down in South America, Latin America. So several countries down there. What's happening? This thing keeps going dark. Okay. They really haven't met us? I know that's right. And they will be surprised when they finally do. And I can't wait to see the look on their faces, because it ain't gonna be what they think. But they're coming, guys. They don't understand. I know that's right. And if y'all be for us, who can be against us? But let me say this. The civil war, which there is one, the civil war is not between the citizens. The civil war is between the Democrats and the Republicans and all the alphabet agencies, the different departments of government. They're the ones doing the infighting, and they want to draw the citizens into it. And so don't buy into it, guys. Don't buy into it. The impeachment stuff is fake, but it's the only way they can get Trump out and get who they want in to bring in the New World Order. They are, Sterling. Actually, the video I did on that the other day, I left a link at the bottom, and they said there are a lot of blue helmets at the FEMA camps already. That's a place where we don't want to go. So, and like I said at the beginning of the program, there's a full onslaught blitz of anybody who knows anything regarding any information, whether it's dealing with Nipsey Hussle, or whether it's dealing with Amber Geiger, or whether it's dealing with the economy. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. You're so correct, Myra. But this thing is coming quickly. And not only that, guys, China and Russia have been practicing to destroy us. And I believe we fired off another missile, tested another intercontinental ballistic missile, Ephesians 6:12. Yeah. So this thing is heating up. This thing is really heating up. We already talked about that the plagues are coming back, the smallpox and all these different mosquito-borne illnesses. We are in Revelation. Sterling, I agree. And Sterling, speaking of that, I have all the ingredients for the Sterling bar. Lord willing, this week, since today is the first day of the week, this week we'll get that made. And yeah, there's a lot of science going into it. So hopefully it's going to boost the immunity. It's going to boost the immunity of everyone who uses it to help protect against things that are, the Ebola is coming, the Spanish flu, all these other different kind of flus, bird flu, swine flu, and all these other flus. The dengue fever, the Zika, West Nile, not hepatitis, but man, so many different things. I don't want to just sit here and name them all, but we know that this is by design. Hospitals are not going to be safe. It's going to be a place that you don't want to be. The cryptosporidium, the flesh-eating bacteria. I really am Sterling. It's going to be the Sterling bar. It really is. Yeah, because I was thinking about a silver bar, which, you know, because there are really bars of silver out there, but that sounds really bland. Sterling bar sounds a lot better. Sounds a lot better. Yeah, really going to make it. So I got everything, and we're going to do a test run on it to make sure it works like it's supposed to. Yeah, things are picking up. And stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be releasing information. Really? I was reading Myra says, vaccinated for smallpox. My mom wasn't. My kids weren't. It's really a nasty sore. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Okay. Yeah, bling bling, Sterling boy. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to be pushing vaccine. They're going to make vaccinations mandatory. They're putting bad things in them. We really have to now stop spending money with these Fortune 500 companies. Most of the, I mean, you can do the research. They're the big companies that provide our food are buying aborted babies and putting that in the putting that in the food, putting that in the cosmetics, makeup, and stuff like that. Well, Myra, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people who get the vaccines are the ones who get sick. You know, people who those things are supposed to be eradicated. People who get the polio vaccine end up getting polio. People who get the flu vaccine end up getting the flu. Good day, amazing Canadian for show. Shalom, welcome to the show. So we have to be on high alert. High alert. Thursday is the 10th. Between the 10th and the 19th. Now this whole month, now we know about the Satanists have a holiday at the end of this month where they do sacrifices. They're probably going to be snatching kids. One of my subscribers asked me to tell you that the rise of missing children, especially black children, there's a rise. And I agree. They want the adrenochrome. They want the melanin. Melanin is over $400 an ounce. Yeah, they drink it. The adrenochrome and the melanin. It's expensive. It's more than gold. I'm sorry. Well, not an ounce. I'm sorry. A gram. $400 a gram. I don't know anything else that's expensive. It's more than any drug you can think of. More than gold. So we have to be on alert, guys. And they're saying that the Antifa-sponsored terrorists between the 10th and the 19th are going to start shutting down the government. You know, they're saying that they've already attacked 2 military bases. They're planning on attacking police and police stations just to do enough to make them declare Marshall Dillon lawman or either to bring in the blue helmets. They tried to get your grandbaby out. Woo! Yeah, man, that's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, it's definitely. This is basically worse than medieval times. This is And then, like I was saying the other day, they're going to try to make the Bible illegal. They're saying it's hate speech. China's rewriting the Bible. They said it was going to take them 5 years to do it, and that was last year. So we're about 2 years in. It's about 2-3 more years. They're going to have a counterfeit Bible. We're not going to stand for this stuff. I don't know who they think we are. We are the true children of Yah. No more cowering down, no more running. Scripture talks about they love not their lives to the death. Wow, Myra, that's... And you know, I was thinking about that as well. We need to get our kids out of the schools, out of the public schools, out of the nurseries. We need to raise them ourselves. We need to stop having kids in the hospital. We need to have our kids at home. Like I mentioned on another broadcast, my dad was born at home, just him and his mom. Nobody else in the house. He's all right. She's all right. Well, she passed a couple of years ago, but didn't need a doctor. My niece, I mentioned this on the broadcast. My niece was born on the way to the hospital in the backseat of a car. Didn't need a doctor. By the time they got to the hospital, she was already here. So, Queen James, wow, Nikki A. See, they're perverting things. They don't have the right to do that. We need to shut them down. I mean, that's what it's going to have to be. They have to learn that we're not to be played with like that. The true remnant of Yah. Yeah. You know, I had to, when my youngest daughter was born, I was there and the nurse grabbed her and did the Apgar test on her, where you take her and bend the wrist and the ankles, and she just was crying. And I was right over her like a lion. I'm looking at this nurse like, shoot, look like you hurting. I'm finna hurt you. Yeah, so. But things are getting ugly, guys, out here. We already know the food supply is compromised. With food coming in, you see all the recalls. The food is poison. And then the crops didn't grow. We almost got 2 years of that. So all that's going to catch up with us like this year. Yeah, Myra. All that stuff is catching up with us this year. And the police corruption, you know, they're calling for federal investigations for everything. You know, the stuff that's happening here in Dallas is off the Richter chain. It's off the scale, man. Anybody in Dallas, I mean, like I was saying, the Dallas police force is down 600 to 700 people. But how many police are there really? Maybe 30, 40,000 police on the force? They don't tell us the number. But it's bigger than any street gang. They're the largest street gang in the city. And they're connected to other street gangs all over the country. It's a force to reckon with. So anybody who has any information, who's seen anything, the guy, I'm going to tell you what I saw, because I went back and rewatched the testimony. You died from all the heat? Wow, Nikki A. Oh, man, I hope it's not doing that all over the country, because like I said, it's still hot here. They just shut my phone off because of the heat. Well, not they, the phone shut itself off. This time I do believe it was the phone. But we have to be careful all over the country, because anybody who sees anything or knows anything, I went back and rewatched the testimony of the guy, the young man who just gave his life forgiving testimony. And he was being threatened. He told the lawyer, Columbus, Georgia? Oh, it's hot. Yeah, he had just given testimony, and he had told the lawyer that he was in fear for his life, that he may be the next victim of gun violence. I heard about that, CT. Actually, shoot, we got a lot of FFs that's about to happen this month, between the 10th and the 19th. Wow. Yeah, guys, we're in some tough times. So I went back and watched the testimony. Of course, he was like, the first time he met Botham, guess some member of management had came up to both of their apartments saying they had noise complaints. And he was like, nah, he don't believe it was a noise complaint. He said him and Botham talked together for the first time. He said he had heard him before, he had never seen him and never met him. And they said they thought it was because they smelled the aroma of marijuana coming out the apartments. Both of those guys smoked. So after that, they smoked together. And he said before he ever met Botham, when he used to leave in the mornings, he used to hear singing. Botham would be singing gospel songs. And he said sometimes he'd even be singing like Drake. But he said he can really sing, and the melodies coming out of the apartment. You know, so we heard him a long time before we ever met him. And when they met, they got cool immediately and smoked weed together. That guy's gone. And he was a college graduate. He said one of his cousins played for the Atlanta Falcons, another cousin played for a friend, played for the Eagles or something like that. And he managed 4 B&Bs, 2 in Los Angeles, 1 in Atlanta, 1 here. So he was an entrepreneur. And after the trial, he moved. He moved to another area. And they found him. Well, somebody. I'm not going to speak on what happened. Nobody knows what happened. We know he's dead, shot 5 times, once in the mouth. Giselle Brooks, welcome. Shalom. Welcome to the show. Once in the mouth, once in the heart, and then another 3 times somewhere else. Well, low-key T, I would say, I was looking at, okay, so it's 2 people I know who interviewed. There was a witness that lived there, right? Who filmed it, who showed the world how those doors worked. Her name is Bonnie. After she did that, she worked at a pharmacy, right? After she did that, they put pressure on her. She was fired from her job. Somehow she was evicted out of the apartment. So she was running her own business after that, selling clothes. She had selling it off internet, Facebook, you know, all the social media platforms. The DPD ended up shutting that down. She had no way to make money. So she did an interview with Lisa Cabrera. Her name's Bonnie. You can go and listen to that. Lisa Cabrera, and then also with Phil. I forgot Phil's last name, but his show is now named. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the next day, Tribulation X, but definitely within a week. It hadn't even been a week since the trial's over. So, and so Phil, African Diaspora is the name of his show. He has over 1 million subscribers. Bonnie, the girl Bonnie, whose testimony wasn't even used, who she's not even in the city anymore. So that's how bad it is. And that's why I'm not talking about it. That was horrible, yeah. Oh, yes, a lot of logical things about it, low-key. It's just not public. So one thing I had already suspected, and from what Bonnie said, because Bonnie said originally that her and her neighbor heard the commotion as well. And they didn't say they just heard her walk in. They said they heard her beating on the door saying, "Let me in." And he came to the door and let her in. You can go hear her testimony on that. That's her witness statement, which they didn't use, okay? She's writing a book about it, and she's had to move out of the city, okay? And so I went back and watched Fields. I don't know if I was watching Lisa Cabrera's or Fields. One of them, I went back and watched it. And in the notes, in the comment section down there, somebody commented this. I don't know how they knew, how true it is or not. Maybe it's just gossip. Maybe it's just rumor. But it kind of backed up what I suspected the whole time. The only thing that'll make a woman go that crazy and just shoot you for nothing, not for nothing, but had to be some relations. So in the comments, they said this. They said, the person said they knew each other. Bo had gotten her pregnant. Didn't want to have anything to do with the baby. She had an abortion, and then she went back and killed him. That's what somebody put in the comments. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if that's speculation, rumor, lies, whatever. But it could be true. Who's investigated it? You see what I'm saying? That's how you see how biased this trial was when the thing first happened. Some kind of relationship. That's what I said, Myra. That's what I felt the whole time. When this thing first happened, they searched his house. The one who was murdered. He was in his house watching TV, eating ice cream. They searched his house. You know, they checked his background. What kind of sense does that make? Her, they did a toxicology report on him. When at the trial, they said, oh, well, we did one on her too, which they never produced, and said, oh, yeah, she didn't have anything in her system. What's up, Dark Wolf? Shalom, welcome to the show. And then they also, never said they searched her house. They never checked her background. They never exposed her social media. They was checking him out to try to give cover, you know, as to why she did it. But none of that came out in the trial. That's why I'm not going to talk about it. Everybody who, and y'all can search this as well. The Dallas DA, you can Google it. Dallas DA mysteriously died 3 to 4 weeks in August, right at the end of August. Assistant DA dies mysteriously, found dead in his own apartment. Information on how he died never came out. Witnesses say they saw he was in a car wreck or something, but he ended up walking home, made it home. All he had was a nosebleed, and ended up dead. Uh-oh, what did I do here? What'd I say? Dragon Ball Z, man? Really? Wow. But it's a lot more to the story. I'm just glad that the family is calling for federal investigation. I'm glad the police chief is saying there's going to be an internal affairs investigation. Remember, guys, this is Dallas. This is where they got Kennedy. And we still don't know the truth behind that, right? Everybody who knows something end up going to sleep permanently. You know what I mean? The guy they say did it on his deathbed still was saying he didn't do it. And they said he was a clown in America asset. So the truth may not ever come out on this stuff, right? So this is a gangster city. Nobody knows anything about this city because nothing is getting out and everybody is quiet. Remember, this is the state. This is Texas. This is the state that brought you Juneteenth. Juneteenth, we brought it to you. 2 years later, after everybody else was free. So that's why we celebrate Juneteenth. We 2 years late. Yeah, we do have to come together. But when you come together, just know this. There is a war. And it's a covert war. Because if you say something or they think you're saying something, it's nothing for them to... You get up and, oh, you got to go to work. Okay, you got to go to school. Oh, you got to go to the grocery store. Okay, you're going to get pulled over. Sorry. After that, is whoever's alive gets to tell what happened to you. I have a friend. I had a friend. He's dead. Got a 30 days jail sentence. He used to sell CDs. Cops ran him off the block a couple of times. Harmless guy, right? So he had a warrant out for his arrest for selling CDs or something like that. Bootleg CDs. Appreciate that, Low Key T. He went to jail. Lou Sterrett. 30-day sentence. Didn't make it out. And the inmates didn't do it. The inmates did not do it. There was a lawsuit. There was some information that got out. I can't speak on it too much. But the lawsuit proved that he was taken out of his cell, taken to a part of the jail where there are no cameras, and he's no longer with us. And it was law officers who did it. And there was a lawsuit, and the family was awarded some money, compensation. Yeah, most of us don't see it because we're still asleep. But so anyone in this city, I would advise them, unless you got an army around you all times, 24 hours a day. Nah, man, if anything you find out, send it to a journalist in another city. in another state, let them, yeah, exactly, RIP. Let them investigate it. Don't go around and, I'll tell you something about Dallas. Back in the 80s, the city had started, almost all of our politicians here were black. From the city council to the school board, everybody except the mayor. And we did get a black mayor, Ron Kirk, during the 90s. But guess what? They end up sending everybody to prison. Everybody, all except one. They found, now the people who, they got them for something or other. But the people who were in the conspiracy with these black politicians, none of them went. Majority of them were white. Even had the owner of Yellow Cab caught up in it. He didn't go, but he sent some black politicians for fraud and bribery and a whole bunch of other stuff. All of them went to prison. All of them, except for one. And they tried to send him recently. He beat the case. 5 years they investigated him. The feds were even saying, his name is JWP, John Wiley Price. Look him up. He used to protest, march. Everybody was proud of him. Anything go wrong, racism, you call John Wiley Price. He'll protest. He'll have some marchers out there. John Wiley Price is still the city councilman, commissioner. I'm sorry, he's a commissioner, but he's quiet now. He's quiet. You know why? He almost got a, man, when they send you off, they send you off, man. Donald Hill, rest in peace, Donald Hill, he died in prison. Yeah, he was a good guy. I used to go to church with him. Him and his wife got sent. They did all the black politicians like that. All of them in Dallas, except for one, John Wiley Price. He beat the case. Almost got him. Had somebody who was working with him roll over on him, willing to testify. But he beat the case. They couldn't come up with nothing. They seized his money, seized his property, had to give it all back. They said, this man, he been making so much a year for so many years, and he had $200,000 cash, and they saying something was wrong with that. Man, the man was making over $100,000 a year for 20, 30 years. He can't have $200,000? Shh. Yeah, they tried to send him. He was fighting for his life, and he beat the case. He's quiet now. You don't hear him marching and protesting and nothing. I understand. Believe me, I understand. So unless you're really well connected, got an army around you all the time, got your own businesses and got millions and billions of dollars, no, you don't talk about this type of stuff. Dallas is a secret city. You don't talk about gangster stuff. You don't talk about police stuff. You don't talk about nothing like that. You send it to other people, let them talk about it. You know what I mean? You're right, Debbie Nelson. We're right. But things are about to change. Things are about to change. Because the blue helmets are here. And some people are coming out of Babylon. Period. Yeah. And we got to come together, man. I was watching, it's a group of Hebrew Israelites here called One Body Dallas. Man, they growing so fast, growing fast. And these guys, they're kind of militant, kind of like how the Nation of Islam used to be, kind of like how the Black Panthers used to be. And when they pull up on the block, 20, 30, 40 deep, oh, they even talk crazy to the police. Yeah, man. So things are changing. I can't tell you about the stuff that happened to me as a child with the police department and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Hey, man. We don't talk about nothing here in this city. Jerry Jones, this, you know what I'm saying? This, according to the rest of the world, this is, think of I don't know how many I remember the TV series Dallas. It's like that for real. J.R. Ewing, oh, it's a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt goes on behind the scenes, but then again, they clean it up. You think of the Mavericks, Mark Cuban, you think of Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. You know, that's what Dallas is known for. Shoot, man, when I was traveling all over the country, trying to do my music, I go to some areas, I tell people I'm from Texas, and they be like, oh, you from Houston? I'm like, no, I'm not from Houston. I'm from Texas, I'm from Dallas. And they would look at me strange. I had people to actually say, we didn't know that there were black people in Dallas. Are you serious? Don't believe the census numbers. Dallas, the majority is black. They won't show you this on TV. Yeah, but it's not a... Hey, man. Well, I did play music. I produce, engineer, rap, sing, write poetry, all of it. I mean, I don't do it anymore. But yeah. But man, it's a lot of things going on, guys. Keep your eyes to the sky. I saw C. Fernald channel last night, man. Pray for that guy, man. He has cancer. He said his comeback on him is spreading, but I believe he'll be healed. Really? Yeah, David Nelson. I understand. I just saw the census. They said that Mexicans now the majority in Los Angeles. And that's going to be the new thing with the UN Migratory Pact. Immigrants are going to, that's what they want. They don't want the quote unquote American. They're letting in, okay, so brought in, 300,000 Haitians in Florida? Whew. Man, we know about Haiti. We know about the Haitians. I know that's right, low-key T. I started to go out there on the block for real, but I know in this city, if I go out there by myself with this phone, people will think I'm slipping. And I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? What might happen? What I might have to do, or what they think they're gonna do. No, I can't go into the hood with this camera by myself like that. Yeah, on the streets. But that was the plan. So O signed the thing that the UN could take over before he left. I appreciate that, low-key T. He wish he was here. But so they say if there's any civil unrest, that the United Nations could come in and restore order after their likeness, so they can turn us into whatever. And then that's why they're pushing. It's the UN agenda, the Migratory Pact. They say they want to do away with borders, because if they can do away with borders just by sheer numbers, they can change it. They can change our laws. They can change everything just by letting in people who have a different way of life. And they want to bring their life over here and change it for us just by numbers. Yeah, so one thing we got to do is we got to start having babies. We got to start having kids, lots of them. Lots of them. We got to get out this Western mindset. Oh, just one or none. Yeah, CT. This thing is changing, man. This thing is changing. Oh, Cliff, here you come. Yeah, Tribulation X. That's where I was born. Yeah, born and raised. So we got to start having babies. Babies are not a bad thing. And we got to have relationships. We don't want baby mamas. We don't want to have a baby over here and then she put you on child support. A baby over there, they'll put you on child support. No, we need to get out of this mess. We need to get the state out of our business. You know, we need relationships. We need husbands and wives together. Wives, concubines, whatever. But we need families, in other words. We don't need to be raised up in this Western way of life, you know. I see these women walking around. They wonder why they, hear a lot of women talking about, oh, I'm single, I need a man, this and that, this and that. You done shaved all your hair off, you bald-headed, and then what's left of it, you dye your hair a different color. You got all this makeup on your face. I mean, you're doing stuff that you're showing everything to everybody. I mean, I wouldn't want a wife or woman walking around looking like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be my wife, then I want you to show that to me when we get alone together. I don't want you to show it everybody in the world. Nah, that turned me off. I might, if we go out, I might take a peek and turn off. But I'm not gonna pursue you for no relationship or nothing like that. Yeah, they are concubines, not wives. Yeah, I think it's worse than that, low-key T. A lot of them are whores. A lot of them done got the gold digger mentality. And then it's all a come up to them. They'll spread them for whoever got the most money. All right, Myra, appreciate it. But it's a lot I can't talk about, man. A lot I can't talk about. Whole culture era, man. Yeah, that's what they pushing. And the women, they don't understand. They like, is there any good man? Man, why men? And they all gay. And no, that's not necessarily the case. Oh, they all gay. That's why they ain't. No, no. It's an old saying, older than me. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And when I was growing up, you can look and tell what a hoe is, because she be dressed a certain way. You be like, oh yeah, that's one of them. She'll take money for sex, and you know. But now, over 90% of them look like the hoe. How you can tell them apart? You really can't tell them apart because they have the same mentality. Yes, sir, Brian Ellinger. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, local deployments. Yes, CT, that is not going to happen. It's happening now. Yeah, low-key, you're right, brother. You're right. But my brother who just died Friday night is the reason why we can't talk about this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had enough juice. He didn't have enough juice. He was an entrepreneur. He didn't have to have no job. He didn't report to nobody. He lived where he want to live, move when he want to move, fly around the country. But you here in the city, man. Oh, they got resources. They can run your license plate. They know where you live. They got know where your family are, where they live, know who your friends are. And in time, they're gonna show up and just give an excuse. That's how they used to do it when we was kids, man. Before I was 10 years old, they used to show up and just pull guns, lay down. Everybody lay down. Oh, well, we got reports y'all had a gun. Come on, man, we kids. We got guns? Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. So, yeah, they can disappear you real quick. Like I said, I got stories I can't talk about. But this ain't nothing new, man. Remember, this is the city that got Kennedy, and the world still don't know the truth. Yeah, and those who know the truth, you ain't gonna tell it. You ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah, man. So that's how it is, man. If you want to wake up and look outside and cops waiting in front of your house, waiting to pull you over when you take off, that type of stuff. Get railroaded up the river. Send this information to other people. If you know anything, send it to people outside the city, outside the state. Let them deal with it. Most likely, they'll be much safer. Because other than that, when you walk outside thinking you're safe in a safe neighborhood, you get shot 5 times. Yeah. So, guys, we got to be on high alert. The war is happening now. And there is a civil war going on, and the World Party is kicked off as well. It has kicked off as well. It's a war on currency. This is the everything bubble. So the key dates for the FFs this month, not next month. And it's basically already started. But it's going to ratchet up between 10-10-19, which is 10-10-10, and 10-19-19, which is also 10-10-10. That means something. Those numbers mean something. But we just need to be prayed up, on high alert. Yeah. And remember about the COINTELPRO. That's how they took out the Black Panthers. That's how they took out Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and everybody else. It ain't stopped. It's gone worldwide. Next month, November 3rd, I don't know, man. I don't know. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What is this? Yep, take her out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of her. Right. Talking to these young ladies. Yeah, man. It's like, I mean, it's you can't really blame them, but then you can. But This started back in the 20s, man. They started with there's a guy named Edward Bernays. Look him up. Psychologist, nephew of Teddy Roosevelt. Created public relations, created propaganda, ran game to get the women to do the women's lib movement. You know, he put it out there that it's okay for women to smoke, had women wanting to smoke, walking down the street with cigarettes, marching. You know what I'm saying? Why? That wasn't cool. They're giving them cancer, and they proud of it. I'm a woman, I can smoke if I want to. And so it's been a progression, you know, had women cutting their hair. Bible says a woman's long hair is her glory, but these women want to be bald-headed. Okay? So Edward Bernays, man, psychologist, he's the one who started tricking the mind to turn left, right, and right, left, to turn up, down, and down, up, to turn right, good, and wrong, right. Shalom, J.S. Hanson. Welcome to the show. So, and it's been a long time coming. So now all the TV shows, you got the exhale parties. Remember that movement? Now the women, the girlfriends, you know, it's all about the women getting together. So they teach the women, you don't need a man. They say all you need is an education and to get a good job. So for the first 40 years of a woman's life, she's out there chasing an education and a career. And then when she turned 40, between 35 and 40, all of a sudden she decides, oh, you know what? I want to get married. I want to have a kid. Well, a woman is not like a man. A woman, science says a woman has 400,000 eggs in her body when she's born. And when those are used up, that's it. A man, once he starts producing seed, he produces until he's dead, unless he gets sick or something happens to him. So it's the opposite. So a woman wait till she turned 35 and 40, want to get married and want to have babies. Well, you don't look the same as you did when you was in your 20s and teens. Your body don't function the same. You're not a virgin anymore. You done slept with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I know women who slept with 40, 50, 100 men and don't think there's nothing wrong with that. They think the more the better. Shoot, man. You're a whore. Don't you see it? You don't see it? You know, and then they introduced music that made strippers cool, you know. I'm in love with the stripper. Damn fool. Damn idiot. They made it cool. They think if you're a man, you're supposed to go pay a stripper. Right, Myra? Man, so. Nah, man, I can't remember. I don't ever remember paying no stripper. You know, when we was kids, I was a teenager. But before I was of age, we used to go. I used to go with my older homies. And they let me in the strip club. And they like, you ain't gonna give them no money? Hell no, what for? For dancing? You dancing because you want to dance. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch. But that's it. And somebody gave me $1 to throw. Okay, I'll throw the $1. It's your dollars, not mine. But other than that, shit. Forget that. So, yeah, man, and now it's cool, you know, for a woman to look like a stripper, to dress like a stripper, to look like a hooker, to dress like a hooker. You know, they think that's what attracts a man. No. Now, it just depends on what you want the man for. If you want him for an hour, 15 minutes an hour, or if you want him for life. Dressing like that is not going to get him for life. No, that's going to get him for 15 minutes to an hour. Then it's on to the next. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. But there's a change going on. We have to first change ourselves, our mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And teach the young ones as such. We can't let them teach us no more. The doctors don't know what they're talking about. Dr. Sebi done already proved the doctors wrong. The Jezebel spirit. You're right, J.S. Hanson. Dr. Sebi done proved that the doctors can't heal nothing. He was healing everything. No surgery. No surgery. He said if God wanted the body to be able to be opened up like that, he would have put a zipper on it. And it's true. Herbs and water. The proper diet. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. A lot of this stuff that you're getting sick from, it's the pharmaceuticals that's giving it to you. cancer and all this other stuff. It's the stuff that they're giving you that's giving you these sicknesses. And the stuff they putting in the foods. And her EHAB enablers. So, yeah, AHAB. Oh, okay. I was just, all right, AHAB. That's definitely right. And so we just have to be on alert, guys. This thing is, I know I was thinking about the young guy because like I had talked about on another broadcast, one of the callers on the radio show that I listened to had called in and said the KKK was in town. You know, you got to wonder. You got to wonder if what happened was, if the blue allowed it, or if the blue paid for it, or if the blue did it. You know, if the blue had some connection to the KKK. We know the Dems created the KKK, right? So, who can we trust? We got to come together, though. We have to come together. There's not an option there. We have to start producing our own food. We have to produce our own economy. The dollar is this month. Watch for that as well, guys. The Fed says they're going to stop pumping money into it. Well, now they're saying, I did hear that they're going to pump money into it and up until November as well. But it was originally, they were supposed to stop the $85 billion a day on October the 10th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of FFs playing between 10/10 and 10/19 this month. And we know that the blue helmets are here. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. You know, I guess I'll do some more research and keep my eyes peeled, see what else I can find out. Might even tune into the old game. Cowboys about to come on. Yeah, I'm really not a football fan, but I'll watch it. I'm not opposed to it, but I'd rather watch the fights, man. That fight last night was good, man. Israel Adesanya knocked Robert Whittaker out. Hit him right on the button. Boo! Knocked his head like this, and boo! He was out of there. First time Robert's been knocked out. Knocked him down in the first round, right at the bell. Could have finished him then. Cowboys for life. All right. All right. So, guys, keep watching. I'm going to start posting the website. I'm Golden Nuggets. All right. Welcome, welcome. Good chat. All right. Appreciate it. Shalom. So I'm going to start posting the link. I set up a YouTube channel for the soap. Set up an Instagram for the soap. They're both empty right now. I plan on interviewing some people who've gotten results. And just, so I'm going to post that. I'm going to start posting that stuff probably sometime this week or next week. I'm going to start doing, you know, with the other stuff. I'm going to introduce my other channel. Introduce where you can get the soap. And just, you know, got to do my part, man. Come out. Come out. So I guess with that said, I'm in the shade. It's a little cooler in the shade. I got my water out here, but it's still hot. Anyway, I'm going back in the AC now, guys. But talk to you guys later. Good talking to y'all. Love y'all. Bless y'all. Y'all bless you all. Keep your eyes peeled. Let me know if you see any troop movement, anything like that. And we'll get that out to the people. Have to be prepared. But with that said, your host, Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Peace and blessings.